It's Week 12 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards in a pair of scores. It's the Colts and the Texans under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. You have to wonder where their heads are at as they come in winless on the year at 0-10.
I think a lot of people expect rebuilding years to occur, but I don't think people expect to go 0 for the season in terms of wins.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in really scuffling, losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And they've been an underachieving team, but they do have some pretty good pieces in place. Let's see if they can use some of the younger guys and make themselves better.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On the go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
Let's go now.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. A beautiful fake. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. He's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Pierce. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 10. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 107 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 25. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This will be caught at the 2. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Ready.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. That's on the tackle. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 35. Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
It looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's closing in on that number. This drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday night football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be the one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here we go on second and 12. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 134 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Taylor. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Taylor. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They'll look to run with Taylor.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Fairbairn good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
2nd and 2. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And now out comes Houston.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know,
and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
at this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Again, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts are pouring it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out on the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
For the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a gain of 2. It brings up 3rd and 3.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
They run once more with Taylor.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Get something together. Ready. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Chop alert! Chop alert! Smash! Smash! Alert! Alert! No! No!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Colts, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses continue to mount as they